Let the water cleanse you, heal you. Let the water cleanse you, heal you, cleanse you. Wow. So, just wow. This has been such a long overdue video. It feels like an old pastime, an old lifetime where I used to create these videos every day, every week. And I've been receiving this message that creation is something that I'm here to do on this earth. I mean, my business is photography. If you know me, I've been creating since I was a young girl. And so now being in Tulum, all of these lessons, all of these new insights, new inspirations have been very, very present within me. And I'm feeling very called to share, very called to open my voice again and again and again. And I think it's this process of shedding the layers of the old so we can arrive as our fullest and deepest expression. And so I don't even know where to begin. My life has really changed in so many ways since I last made a video here on YouTube. And I feel just so beyond called to really just start creating videos more and sharing myself, my authentic voice, my experiences on a more intimate level, a more personal level, and also with my business as well. My photography business is very important to me. It's literally my baby. I feel like it's all of where my focus is right now in my life. And right now I'm in Tulum, Mexico, and I've been here for a couple months and I'll be staying here until June. So yeah, I mean, where do I even begin? So I believe I stopped recording videos about 5-6 years, really like consistently. So yeah, basically I've been traveling, I've been exploring, I've been working, what haven't I been doing? I was living in Sedona, I was living in Wyoming, I was living in Florida, Hawaii. I took a soul journey for a while and I dove really, really deep into my holistic practices, my spiritual practices, diving deeper into yoga, getting my certification in yoga, my attunements in Reiki. So I really have gone on this path of exploring the self, understanding, becoming more grounded in who I am, along with all the light and the full embodiment of who I am and who I'm becoming. So yeah, it's definitely been a journey. It's been a wild 5-6 years of growth, like so much growth, so much exploration, so much, going through the unknown and just allowing that time and space for me to really just find what I like and what I want to do, not following the typical 9-to-5 path. That was something that I've known since a young girl. Like I was like, this is not for me. I cannot work in an office for the rest of my life. And for some that might be great, but I've always known I'm like, I'm meant to create, I'm meant to inspire, I'm meant to uplift. And I think it's come in so many different forms over the years where it's like, it keeps changing and shifting. So yeah, I think slowly reintroducing this form of creation, whether how big, how small, like this is something that I just need to stick to and continue following the path. And I know that looking past at all of these videos that I've once created, I'm like, wow, like so much energy that I was projecting and sharing and giving, but I wasn't really fully grounded in my truth, and also very like scared in some ways to show myself authentically through all versions of myself, right? The raw, the real, yeah, like basically all parts of myself. So I think I'm at a point in time in my life where I'm actually really beginning to share what's authentically on my heart space in a really genuine and true way, instead of just sharing with all of this pent up force. Like, I was looking back at on my beautiful TV. This space is just, oh, I love this space so much. But I was looking at old videos that I created 6 years ago, and I'm like, wow, she was me, right? Like, she was a version of me that I hold so tenderly and dearly. But yeah, you can notice certain things within yourself, like looking back, right, at your past, and you're like, wow, I've grown so much, or I've learned so much. And so I'm taking all this knowledge, all this wisdom, all this, these messages, these insights that I've carried within my heart for a while. And I think it's really time to share what's true and what's authentic to me in a way that feels meaningful and impactful and transformative. So we are back on the YouTube, we are back on the tube, and it just feels right. It feels right. And I think little by little, without force or really expectation, I think there's just so much, there's a lot of, I was going to say masculinity, but I mean, it doesn't have to be associated to a gender, right? Like, I think there's a lot of just toxic hustle culture of like, do. And I think what I'm trying to get at is like this masculine energy of like always going, always doing, always creating. And which is beautiful. It's such a beautiful energy to always be harnessing. But I'm really learning to tap into my feminine and know when things feel right to create and when things feel like, baby, we just need to rest. We just need to rest for 5 years. No, I mean, we haven't just rested for 5 years. We've created a lot, but in different ways, right? We're all going through this wave of the highs and the lows and different seasons of our life where rest is needed, where productivity is needed, and creation. So yeah, I think we're all collectively learning these shifts as we go. And yes, I just feel such a deep call to come back here and share what's on my heart in so many ways. I think that's why I have been feeling a little overwhelmed, because I don't really know. I have so much to share and so much to give, and that's such a gift I think that we all collectively feel from time to time, right? And so I'm like, do I show myself through my yoga? Do I show myself through Reiki? Do I show myself through photography? Do I show myself just as I am, like through my vulnerability, as like I'm just rising in this moment, how I'm presenting myself in this moment? Like, there's so many like different facets of the self, and there's so many different areas that we can share. And I think like living in a digital age now, it's really kind of just like a lot to juggle, like especially with the whole niche. You have to be a certain niche, like you have to identify yourself through one way or one facet, and like that's just not true. We're multidimensional. We're gonna like so many different things, and we're gonna want to share so many different things through our life. So yeah, I'm just being called to share it all, I'm like the raw, the real, the like, yeah, because I think when I was younger, I was just trying to share, more little pockets of the self, and I'm really just being called to share it all. So buckle up. I don't know. We are just creating to create. And I think that's the beauty of it. We have so much expectation in this world to be like, oh, like this has to make money, or this has to like impact so many lives. And it's like, what if it's just to create? What if it's just to make something and to maybe connect with one other being on the other side? Like it doesn't have to be so one way or the highway, We need some coffee right now. I'm like, we are waking up, we are rising, But let me show you around. Let me give you a little tour. So basically, this is my cocina, my kitchen. It needs to be a little more clean. Well, you know what? We're showing the raw. We are showing all the stains, all the raw realness, right? So el baño. Yeah, it's a cute little hello. It's a cute little space shower. But it's everything that you need, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna be making some breakfast because we haven't done that yet. We've just been rising, slow rise today, very slow rise. A lot has been happening and shifting and changing, and yeah, basically I started out in Costa Rica. Yeah, I started out in in Mexico, working at a hostel, meanwhile doing my photography business. And it was draining. It was full on draining. Like, I was juggling way too much. And yeah, I basically decided, you know, I got my bearings here in Tulum, and I was like, why am I accepting this timeline? Why am I accepting this frequency that I'm on? And so basically I pivoted. I was like, you know what? Like, it was so amazing getting to meet so many different people, all different facets of life from all around the world. But I was like, this is enough. I'm so good, you know? So I came here and saw the triple goddess, and I was like, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, triple goddess, if you don't know, it's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So it's the full embodiment of the goddess. And like, ever since I was young, I would just always draw the triple goddess. I was always into like celestial things, if you know, like, you know, boo. So yeah, I just felt so aligned that this was the room that was picked. And I was like, oh, we're definitely in the right space here. So yes. What else can I share? What else is on my heart?